Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator Classic. Today you're joining us on a Class 156 in the absolutely gorgeous Balore Serco Northern Rail livery. Isn't it stunning? We're on the West Midlands Northwest Mainline, which is the one from Alan Thomson Sim, which connects Birmingham in the south with Preston in the north. We're on a 156, joining now at Springs Branch Junction-ish. We're joining the West Coast Mainline from Liverpool. We're operating a Northern Rail service. The 156 here. Staple of the day, 2014 is when this is set. We're the 1800 Liverpool Lime St to Blackpool North service. It's a 6 o'clock service to Blackpool. In this scenario, we'll be going between here and Preston. Oh, speeding. Your schedule is as follows: Wigan North Western, 1847 to 1851. Exton Balore Lane. I know it's Exton, but I mean, let's face it, it's spelt Exton, so that's what we're going with. Leland, and finally Preston. Maximum permitted speed 75 miles an hour. And obviously I never really bother with the GSMR, do I, to be honest with you, so it's one of them. We're coming up to a red now. I don't know if we're waiting for some sort of Pendolino to come past us, but we'll just take it nice and steady. There's no point speeding up. We've got a lovely 12 car set there, 325 unit going south. I mean, it hasn't flagged up that I'm missing anything on this scenario, so we're just gonna take it and see how we get on. It's no, very, very exciting. I do like this route. Don't get me wrong, it is with flaws. It's not without flaws, sorry. But yeah, I do really like this route. So yeah, hopefully that'll show through. Roughly a half an hour scenario today, nice and straightforward. And of course, we're using the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 156, which if you have a look inside, look at that. Oh, it's just stunning. I love it. With a nice little advertisement down the end. The Class 37 enhancement pack. It just looks good, doesn't it? I do miss this interior. Compared to the current northern interior, it does look quite dated, doesn't it? Really, when you look back, you think, "God, I can't forget, or I can't remember them being like that." But yeah, they did all used to be like that. Seems like a lifetime away, doesn't it? The same with the TPE interior. The same as the first bus seats, the Sprinkles maquette. It just, I can't remember them being like that. I know they were like that because I used to work Northern trains that had that interior, but yeah, it just seems so long ago now. Because obviously they've got the blue interior. I mean, right the way down to a red now. I don't know what's going on. I mean, we're not actually due in if you look until what time are we due in? 47. Oh, we're due in now. Excellent. But it says we won't be there until 1850, so that's fine because it says 1850 at the bottom. I can just about cope with that. So if we away, right? You see what I'm going to do, because this is losing time. Right, we can tab past that. That's fine. Full steam ahead. We'll see how we get on, because otherwise we're going to end up late, aren't we? I don't know if that signal's just broken, but. I think we are going to end up late, to be honest with you. I'm going to end up failing this scenario again, aren't I? Oh well, never mind. Right, full steam ahead into Wigan North Western. It's one of them, isn't it? We'll do our best, and if it's not good enough, then we'll obviously fail the scenario, won't we? I'm hoping that ground position light there that's showing red is for the line on the left. I think it is. Here we go, round to this side here. Let's just make sure we look out of our mirror, make sure there's nothing coming. There's not, is there? The route is set. Let's give it a bit more power into Wigan. Oh, there's Pendolino there, lovely. Ah, we're coming into this platform, I see. So we're obviously going to have to wait for that Pendolino to go, aren't we? Before we can do anything. Is it the Alstom livery one as well? Yes, it is. Wow. I do like that livery with the Pendolino advert on the side. Oh, it's going already. Look at him go. Oh, he's leaving us in the dirt, isn't he? We'll tuck ourselves down here. There we go. That's all right, isn't it? We'll tuck ourselves down by the canopy. I know it's not raining, but you never know. I think everything stops at Wigan, doesn't it, Avanti-wise? It certainly does nowadays. Is there anything that actually goes Preston and goes through? Don't know, to be honest with you. I don't really know that much about Avanti. I never really have done, to be honest with you. Apart from the fact they operate Pendolinos and Voyagers and now IETs. But obviously this is 2014, so the Hitachis on the West Coast was unthinkable at this stage. So it's yeah, it seemed a simpler time, didn't it? You know, it just seemed a lot more simple than now. There's all sorts of newfangled electric rolling stock now. This is just honest little 2-car diesel train. Oh, I think we're off. Right, into full into forward. Get it in gear. Off we go. Right, okie dokie. So Exton Balore Lane, due in at 1900. That's absolutely fine. We'll take it to 10. I cannot believe it's 10 mile an hour up here. That's ridiculous. We could at least do 25, couldn't we? 10 mile an hour onto the West Coast Mainline, of all things. This is pathetic. Only what we are going to do, we're going to get a nice little... Or maybe we're not. The problem is there is quite a bit of clutter here, isn't there? Well, there we go. That's a nice little shot, isn't it? Something for the cover photo. Right, okay, we must be nearly on the West Coast now. As soon as the back end, there we go. Right, up to notch 5, I think. And then notch 7. I mean, we did leave on a single yellow, didn't we? But I highly doubt for 1 second that we're going to be on a red. Unless the Pendolino's broken down, of course. It would be very unfortunate, wouldn't it? Yeah, I thought with on the recent Train Sim videos, we've been spending an awful lot of time down south, haven't we? So I thought, well, I saw this on Alan Thomson Sim. Like I said, there's a link to the scenario in the description. Make sure you go check that out. It seems to be working so far, doesn't it? But yeah, I thought we'll do something a bit more northern-based. The train operating company and geographically northern-based. You know, just for a bit of mix it up a little bit. There we go. We've got a green. Look, that Pendolino's shifted. Not hung about, has he, at all? Right, so whizzing our way up to Exton now. 7.5 miles to Exton. I didn't actually realise it was so far. It's a nice fast section on the West Coast, is this? Your Pendolinos go whizzing along. They're very impressive trains, aren't they, the Pendolinos? I know some people love them, some people absolutely hate them, but you can't deny they're an impressive electric multiple unit. We seem to be just stuck at 50. Are both engines on? Doesn't sound like the back engine's working, does it? Should we, should go like, we should hear the engines revving twice, shouldn't we? Oh yeah, yeah, okay, the other one is on. I love how it's got the bag on the coupler. I think that's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it turns out both engines are on. It's just chronically slow. have we accidentally left a handbrake on or something, you know? No? Nothing. The 319s obviously bumped these off, didn't they, on this line? Obviously all the 319s have gone now. You'd probably be looking at a 331 up here, which is... it's a world away, isn't it, from when you think it's not actually that many years ago. I mean, this is 10 years ago. You look at the amount of change that has happened on this line. It's incredible, really. I mean, to be honest with you, I say that, but obviously the 700s, that's, you know, when they replaced the 319s, that is a completely massive change, and that happened almost overnight, didn't it? They bumped them off really quickly, or it seemed so. Maybe, obviously, it'll have taken time. They would have just one morning, you know, run it all 319s, and the next day I thought, do you know what, right, all of them in the depot, all the 700s out. Obviously it'll have been a phased intro, but it did seem that they just bumped them off really quickly. I guess they did, didn't they, because they had the 387s running as well. So they could get rid of the 319s quicker. So all of them went to Northern. Well, not all of them, but a large proportion of them went to Northern. We seem to have found our throttle now. Look, we're gathering speed. Wow! Transpennine, London Midland and Transpennine liveried 350s. That is pretty cool. You know, I was looking down at the speedo, so I hadn't clocked that. Ironic, really, because all the 350s in the end ended up with London Midland, didn't they? Oh, sorry, London North Western Railway. I realise I'll probably get picked up for that in the comments. But you know what I mean, don't be pedantic. Rightio, so we've got to remember, although it is 125, I think 125 mile an hour in a Class 156 would be rather hairy, wouldn't it? I don't think I'd like to do 125 mile an hour in a 156, so we'll take it to 75 and just sort of coast. We'll coast from there. Let's see how we get on. It is performing a lot better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. Especially when it left Wigan. Oh, hang on, it says that. God, this thing seems to just get faster the faster you go. Oh, right, flashing yellow. Just see that in the distance. I do miss this era, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again because it's true. I do miss the era of the purple Northern Rail. Because when you think you've got this era, we had that gorgeous Transpennine Express livery, or first Transpennine Express as it was then. The London Midland bright green, you know, the virgin red, everything was so colourful, wasn't it, really? Now everything's very sort of white and grey. I think I would like them to bring the colourful liveries back. That's why, do you know what? Although the new cross-country livery gets a lot of stick, I quite like it because it's bright. You know, it's a bright, colourful, you're not going to mistake a cross-country train for anything else, are you? You know, when you see the pink and the various shades of grey coming in. The only thing I'd change is I'd have the middle coaches on the Voyagers. I'd have them all the same shade of grey. The fact they're different shades, that blows my mind a little bit. We've slowed down a bit early there, haven't we? That is next to the motorway, I'm sure. Does the motorway not run the other side of that? No, I might be thinking... Oops, hang on. I might be thinking of something else there. Oh, right, hang on. So line speed slows down to 75. What am I doing? Come on, full steam ahead. And Exton's in 2 miles, isn't it? So we'll just be a little bit wary of that. Obviously on these flipping things we've got the tread brakes, so braking in a 156 can be rather difficult. Same said for the 150 stroke 1s and 2s, 150s in general. And I even go as far as to say Pacers were very, very similar. They never had the best brakes, did they? Right, we've got a green. There we go, right, back up to speed. Oh, that's very glittery, isn't it? Why is it sparkling so much? The junction indicator at the top. Oh, hang on, we're speeding again. Bit of step 2, look at that, right. Step 2 from the junction indicator. I can't see what would be wrong with that. It really is quite impressive, actually, when you look at the lines spreading apart there. It very much is sort of a Joe Dobson Transport Fever concoction, that, isn't it? You know, the lines all the way apart and then coming back in together. I wonder why they never... Oh, hang on, what's happening there? I wonder why they never put the lines together down the middle. Go on, then. I'm sure that there'll be somebody in the old comments section there that will probably know a bit of local history there. I personally don't, so if you can fill me in, that'd be lovely. It's always good to learn the history of the area, isn't it? We even got a tick for that, didn't we? Right, okay. We would be here a bit earlier, but unfortunately Muppet here decided to slow down when he didn't need to for the flashing signals. Exton Balore Lane, right? Get those doors open. Where are we next? Leland, 1906. Lovely. Guard's mucking about a bit, isn't he? Or she. Come on, 1901. Time to go. Get them doors shut. Full steam ahead. Here we go, into forward. Full steam ahead. Come on, off we go. Should we try for full power? Come on, don't slip. Don't slip. Oh, it's holding it. Must be summer. Is it summer? Doesn't actually say if it's summer or winter, does it? But the weather's nice enough, so we'll try that. Good if like some sort of Transpennine service came flying past us, wouldn't it? Or Avanti, not Avanti, Virgin. Come on, Joe, remember what era you're in. It'd just be quite nice, wouldn't it? Leland, the next stop, and Leland is actually where Leyland buses and trucks were made. I know Leyland trucks are still the big depot on the left is still there. Obviously, Leyland hasn't been a thing in a very long time. It was bought out by DAF, I believe. Leyland DAF. But yeah, this is obviously it is actually named after a real place. I've probably not got that entirely right, and people will be correcting me. But you can definitely see the Leyland DAF trucks on the left. It's still got the branding. Excuse me, still got the branding on. It's got Exton Junction here, so this is the line from Bolton that's just merging now. So obviously you'll have seen, wow, 142. Obviously you'll have seen the Transpennine Express 350. That line wasn't electrified in 2014 by Bolton, so the 350s had to go through Wigan. However, the line is now electrified, so Transpennine Express services now go down there. Yeah, they go off to the left and through Bolton to Manchester Airport that way. There we go, we'll have a bit of braking. Just don't quite trust myself with stopping this thing. I've shot through many a station in the 156, you know. Time are we in? 1906. Oh wow, we're actually running to time. What a nice change. Right, here we go, bit of step 2. We're actually going to stop, you know. We are going to manage to stop. Probably leave it at step 2, to be honest with you. Slightly raised platform there, isn't it? Compared to the rest of it. Right, there we go. So get the brakes on there. Into neutral, doors open. That'll do. Yeah, you see, it'd just be quite nice, wouldn't it? Like a Pendolino coming sailing past while we're stopped here. I mean, it's got a green signal for southbound. Both lines have got a green signal for southbound, so maybe they're automatic signals. Yeah, it's just all green down there, isn't it? I mean, that's a red, so that probably shouldn't be green, but never mind. I always remember when I was at Northern, I was in the east of Northern, so we didn't really get 156s. And when I say we didn't really get 156s, what I mean is we didn't at all. Yeah, I always remember seeing them and thinking they were a very western unit. Ooh, you can tell you're in the west of Northern's operations. There's a 156 there. So yeah, lovely, lovely units. I've always liked a 156. Full steam ahead. Right, off we go. 3, 5 and 7. Typical steps for the sprinters there. Oh, something's coming. Oh, it's a Pendolino. Lovely. I'd say I give him a wave, but he's probably too posh to wave back at us. It's just lovely, isn't it? It looks so cool. I really like the model on the 156. It's a shame, I mean, we can actually drive all the way to Blackpool, can't we? This scenario only takes us as far as Preston. It's a shame that the creator didn't put on the next section, because we could have done it all. Well, we couldn't have done the Liverpool to Wigan bit, but we could have gone all the way to Blackpool. Maybe one day, eh? I'll keep an eye on the workshop just in case it comes out. Not workshop, the Alan Thomson Sim website. Rightio, so single yellow there. Get there when we get there into Preston, don't we? Oh, we've got the signal. Back into full power. Come on. Oh, they are chronically slow, these, aren't they? I'm probably comparing them to 158. I think the 158's ever so slightly nippier. No, because 158s have the moments where they're just painfully slow, aren't they? I guess it depends. Every unit's different, really, isn't it? I mean, 156s, of course, now, if you're looking at one of today's standard, I imagine quite a few horses have escaped from the old engine there. There's less horsepower than there probably was brand new. So, yeah, they are a little bit... they're a little bit tired, aren't they, now? It's a shame because, as I say, I've always liked the sprinter units. Always liked the sprinters. Got the line from Accrington joining us here from the left. Line from Bamber Bridge. Your Blackpool North to York services operated by Northern that go down the Calder Valley. Accrington, Burnley, Ebden Bridge, they go that way through Leeds, of course. Preston now. I hope he doesn't send us left. Flipping out, we'll derail. Still nobody coming to overtake us. Ah, well, worth a try. It says that we're coming in on platform 1 at Preston, so we'll be over the side, won't we? Over the far side. Wow, look at this coming down here. Transpennine Express Class 185. 6 car as well, wow. We can just pause that. Where's it going? So it's obviously going to the airport. Do we know where that one's come from? Obviously it won't be in Edinburgh, Glasgow, so that'll be either a Blackpool or a Barrow. I wonder if it tells us. Blackpool and Windermere to Manchester Airport, so it's done the coupling up there. They used to do that, of course. Right, there we go. It's just nice seeing how it used to be, isn't it? It brings back very happy memories. Right, here we go. Oh, Freightliner class, is that an 86? It's a couple of 86s, isn't it? You don't see them anymore. They've been replaced by the 90s, haven't they? You used to see them at Manchester. Right, here we go. Yeah, it's such a long time. Do you know what? It's like I hadn't even realised that the 86s had gone until I saw it just then. It must have been years since they went. I haven't seen one in ages. Oh, Pendolino as well. Wow, this scenario is fantastic. I love it. One of them passengers on the train thinking, come on, beat him. Go on, beat him. What's over there now? Oh, it's a 150/1. Lovely. Right, well, this is where we're going to finish for today, everybody. I really do hope that you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. And if you haven't already, do make sure that you subscribe, another Pendolino, so that you never miss out on any future episodes. Apart from that, as I say, thank you so much for watching. And hopefully, I shall see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.